Hello, Sassy Girls fan. How are you doing? How are you keeping? Hope you are keeping safe and sound in this, hard economy, right? But then again, that's Bablakoto. We're just there to put a smile on your face with our gorgeous masterpiece, from the dress to the earrings to the necklace, the beaded necklace, and you have your bracelets. You cannot go wrong with us. All right, so what am I talking about today? Guess what? The independent woman. So I saw a post online. It's by Daniel Paul, and then he says strong, independent, brave women unfortunately end up as unlucky lovers. And when I saw it, there were a lot of comments. So someone said, I don't think so. I am strong, independent, a brave woman, and I'm lucky in love. That's a good one. And then another one say, cause she doesn't settle for anything less. She can spend her whole life alone, but would never compromise on anything that she doesn't deserve. And then another one shared that brave and independent women and unfortunate in love, but I can still live my life to the full. That's why they are called strong and independent women. They can live on their own. They are not afraid of losing someone who is not worthy of having them. So basically people were saying that, well, because they are strong, brave, independent, some of them say they've been able to find love, they're fortunate enough, and others have not. But one thing that I thought about when I saw this post, and I have been called independent a lot. It's a word that my husband always threw around. He said, you are independent, you say you are independent, and you say you are independent. I've always seen it as because of the way people say it almost as if when people tell you are independent, it's always come in the negative. It's almost like they are stereotyping you, they are putting you in that arrogant women and whatnot who have refused to respect other people, who do not listen to other people's opinion, etc. Basically bossed together and placed in some boss array. But then again, when I saw this post, I actually gave it a good thought. Independent if someone is brave and if someone is strong. Why is that a bad thing? Why does it always get said as if as something bad that us women need to stay away from being independent, from being brave, and also from being strong? I asked the question because growing up, my grandmother will always say that she's doing this and that, or she's making these decisions for me, or she wants me to sit down and read my books, or go to this class, go to school, etc. She's going through all the struggles that she went through, God rest her soul, because she wants me to grow up and be independent and to do things for myself and be somebody in life. And at school, that is what we also hear, the fact that they are nurturing you to be independent, they are nurturing you to be strong. We tell our young ones too, that be strong, be brave, be independent. Every day I'm telling my son that you need to learn how to do this and do that on your own, because you need to be independent, you need to be able to do it yourself. And then as a child growing up, that was basically what I heard being said to me, and that was not only said to me but said to every other person. The fact that you need to grow up, you need to mature and be independent and be brave and be strong and live your life to the fullest, because it's believed that if you are none of this, you wouldn't be able to live a successful life if you are not independent. So now that I'm all grown up, right? I was just thinking about it. Now that I'm all grown up as a woman and married and all that, and I'm being told that I'm independent, is that a bad thing? Seriously, if we think about it, should we penalize women for being independent owing to the fact that basically we raise up children to be independent? We raise up people not to be dependent on other people, right? And in life, if someone comes to you every day for money, if someone comes to you every day for advice, if someone comes to your space every day, you're like, oh, why can't you just be on your own, right? So it's almost like you are raised to be independent, and then when you are grown, then we are like, why are you independent? Why are you not dependent? And even when people are dependent, we are like, why are you dependent? Right? Why do you have to come to me for chop money? Why do you have to come to me for pocket money? Why do you have to come to me to tell you what to do? Can't you decide what you want to do and who you want to be, etc., etc.? So my question again, why do we penalize women for being independent, for being strong, and also for being brave, if that is how every individual on this planet is raised, to be independent, to be strong, and to be brave? Why does it become such a bad thing when an individual or when a woman is able to achieve that, especially in a relationship and in a marriage situation? Why are we not thinking about all the benefits that an independent and a strong and a brave person brings to a union? Why are we not thinking about that? Why is it not a plus? Why is it a negative? I think that is where my conflict is. Why do we see independent, strong, and brave as a negative and not a strength? Since we raise people, because I believe that even all the men that throw that word around, you are too independent, you are this, you are that, you think you are brave, you think you are strong, etc. They tell their children, they tell their daughters to be strong, to be independent, to be brave. So why do you want them to change and become dependent when they are all grown up and now married? Is it because then you can't walk over them? Then why then do you raise a child not to create that condition of a vulnerability? And when they become invulnerable, you want to take that away from them and force them to become vulnerable once. I mean, why do we hate women that can stand on their own 2 feet and also hate the ones that cannot stand on their own 2 feet? Where is the hypocrisy coming from? Because on one hand, you want a partner that can provide for the house. You want a partner that is 50-50 or 40-60. You want a partner that can pay school fees. You want a partner that can take the children out, that can pay for her own car, that can buy a house for all of you to stay in, that can pay the bills. But at the end of the day, you still don't want a partner that can do that. I'm confused. So if there are some men out there who fear this kind of women, I actually like to know where your fear lies. Do you want them dependent? Do you want them independent? Because you just cannot eat your cake and have it too. It's not possible. It's not possible that you want a woman to be able to stand on her own 2 feet, and then at the same time you don't want her to be able to stand on her own 2 feet. You want a woman that can think for herself, and at the same time you do not want her to be able to think for herself. You know, over the past month, I have 2 men that confessed to me that they actually wish their wives were independent. Right? That they fear. The fear was coming from the fact that if something happens to them, unfortunately, those women will not be able to stand on their own 2 feet, let alone support their children. But all of a sudden, they realize that, the way the world is becoming, the way life is becoming, the way the young are actually dying very young and whatnot and what for, sickness, whatever be the case. What if something happens? Would my wife be able to take over the business? Or would my wife be able to look after the children? Would my wife be able to pay the bills and fill in the gap for us? So those are the questions that they have started asking themselves, and they actually told me that those are the questions that they are asking themselves. And I believe that marriage is a companionship, so we are just there for each other in hard and then in also in good times. Not because I need you to be able to pay my bills or you need me to be able to clean and cook for you, etc. If you want me to do that and I also want to do that, fine. And if I also want you to pay my bills and you feel like you want to do it, fine. Someone just have to do it. So we live in a space where we are able to keep each other afloat anyhow you want to do it. But other than that, why is there so much stereotype? Why is there so much negativity around the word independent, brave, and strong when women are mentioned? Since we basically raise up our children, both male and female, to be strong, to be brave, and to be independent, why do you have to let them go when you marry? And why do we get angry with women who are actually dependent? Can you provide me an answer to that question? I'll be waiting. Anyway, please visit Babala Couture, our page. I'll leave our contacts, etc. in the description box. We would be happy to hear from you and to serve you. Wherever you are, we'll ship to you. Just visit our pages and see what we have to offer. See you in the next one. Do not be scared of an independent woman. After all, they just might save you when you least expect it. Bye.